So thank you everyone for coming out today to join me. First, I just want to acknowledge that I am a mom of 4, and I never in my wildest dreams expected to be a mom of 4. Not in my wildest dreams, but you know, before I really get into it, I just want to say that what I want for my girls, I just want them to have a voice, and I want them to have choices about when and with whom and how they start their families. And I think that, I remember my mother going through graduate school, and I was in between like the 4th and 9th grade, and she was always gone at night. She was studying counseling. And I just remember thinking to myself, I'm going to have my kids before I go to grad school because I just want to make it easier on myself. And so I did that, except that at the very same time that my kids are the age that I was, I decided to run for office. So I haven't really done anything better with my time. But thanks, Chrissy. Just hang out right on there. I just want to say, I don't have a lot of great mothering moments these days, mothering a teenager and a first grader, but this is truly one of my good moments. So welcome everybody. I'm so glad you came out to walk with me today. My name is Janelle Bynum. I'm a mom of 4, a small business owner, and I'm the daughter of 2 teachers. And I guess what I want to tell you is that education for me was the pathway to success. Education for my kids is going to be what helps leapfrog them from one part of society to the next part of society. It's going to give them so many options. And where it started was with my grandparents. I've got lots of grandparents, but one that's really special is my grandmother. And if you've seen my commercial, it's at her actual name tag. She worked at the Sheraton and a few other hotels, but she was a maid. And she made beds to make sure that my father could get through college. And my father became a teacher. And then my mother grew up on a tobacco farm in the low country of South Carolina. And she was a valedictorian of her class, one of the last segregated classes in South Carolina, 1970. And she's a young woman. She's only 63, 64. So there are still people around who've experienced segregation, and there are still people experiencing it today. It's just under a different brand, right? And so she wasn't slated to go to college, but her father's employer helped out, and he told my grandfather, you know, take her down to the college, sign her up, whatever she can't get in financial aid, I'll help you out, I'll back you up. So she put herself through school with his help, and then she went up to DC, and then she finished her degree at a teacher's college. So being the daughter of 2 teachers, that meant that I was, you know, obviously going to be deeply embedded in education. And one of the things that changed my life, sometimes you can make lemonade out of lemons. I grew up in a